So let's start from the confrontation.
Chika, you are my friend. So why are you frolicking with my ex?
Because you have a man. It's not that serious. I feel like you're making
Oh, you don't think this is betrayal?
Betrayal? Frolicking with your ex? Let's even talk about Ife's confrontation with Kelvin because it actually baffles me. This is a lady who hasn't given Kelvin an answer yet. She's still leaving this young man hanging. She's still leaving another man hanging. And she's there confronting Kelvin of being with another woman. Ife actually went too far with what she did to Chika because come on. Chika wasn't even wrong for doing what she did. Like, what is actually wrong with ladies? Our problems are bigger than our problems because tell me why you know who you want, you know who you choose, but you decide to just leave two young men hanging. You decide to actually toy with their emotions. Well, typical of women when they see two men fighting for their hearts, right? So, short and sweet, sweeter than ever, showing on Omani Oboli's TV on YouTube is a very interesting rom-com that everyone needs to see. I mean, we have fantastic actors in this movie. If you have seen Short and Sweet 1 and you actually think that it is very sweet, then I think you should actually see Short and Sweet 2 because this one is sweeter than Short and Sweet 1. Yes, that is why the part 2 is titled Sweeter Than Ever, Short and Sweet. So, in this part 2, Kelvin came back. So from part 1, Kelvin actually traveled out of the country. He traveled out of Nigeria and he and Ify had to break up. They were literally dating. They were together. They were in a very beautiful relationship. But because of Kelvin had to travel, Ify decided that they break up because she cannot deal with a relationship that is distant. She doesn't want to do long distance relationship because of her experience. So they had to break up amicably. And Kelvin had begged her not to forget about him, that he would come back for her. But Ify thought it was just mere talks. So in this part 2, Kelvin came back and he wanted to continue from where he stopped with Ify, but apparently it wasn't easy for him at all because there was another man in Ify's life driving his way into Ify's heart. So it was a case of let the best man win. Kelvin did not stop, even if countless times Ify tried to talk him out that there's nothing going to happen between them again. She doesn't have, that kind of feelings for him again. Kelvin kept on pushing. Like, Kelvin was a very determined man. He kept on pushing. You see, this Ify, she's gonna be mine, right? And Femi, on the other hand, was doing his own. Even when Femi and Kelvin met, the two men, when they met, it was a healthy competition. There was no toxicness. There was no chaos. These are two men that knew their worth and had 100% courage, 100% steez. It was a case of let the best man win. Do your thing, I'll do my thing. Anybody she chooses, that's the person. The other one should back off. So that was the conversation they had. They never had this bad bros kind of thing. No, and I love that. So, Ify is played by Sophia Chisom, popularly known as Soso. She's this lady thrown between her past love and new possibilities. The man she loves so much is back. And then there is this other guy, Femi, who is very patient, he's kind, he's thoughtful, he's a spec. So she doesn't know who to choose because this man seems to be just, perfect. She's trying so hard to convince herself that she has no feelings for Kelvin again. The feelings she had for Kelvin is no longer there. It's not longer as strong as how it used to be before. Those were the lies she told herself. Whereas she had soft spot for Kelvin. Anytime Kelvin is in her space, it's as if her heart is skipping. She just has soft spots for him. But when Kelvin is present, she starts to act strong. staunch lady, right? Now, that's about Ife's character, and I actually love, what Soso brought to this movie. Soso was convincing. Soso is a very natural, beautiful actress, and she was just excellent in her character. Now we have the character Kelvin, played by our own Michael Dappa, the walking romance novel, as I usually call him. Now, Michael is back. Michael is pushing for this, his babe. Like, he is just about Ify, right? I want Fifi back. And even if Fifi was actually hurting him a bit, especially with the fact that there's this guy in the picture, it was quite hurting, but he never stopped. Now, this is the character of a determined man. You know what you want. I don't like the situation where when I see men who actually love a lady, and because there is another man in the picture, they would now give up, saying that they cannot fight for love. If the person is theirs, the person would come. No, please fight for what you want. Fight for what you want. Good things don't come easy. And I actually love Michael's character. I love it so much. Michael brought sweet energy into this movie. Michael just brought everything into this movie. He brought it all. He was super convincing. He was believable. Michael literally made us smile. He made us blush. He made us laugh. Like, he was everything in this film. I love the point where, he just goes silent. The silent gaze, the touch, everything about, Michael's character was just wonderful. It was really wonderful. We have Femi. Femi is played by Sydney Chisom. Now, this is the guy that also wants Ify. Like, this guy is crazy about Ify. He's a tech bro, very calm, sophisticated, cool, chilled. Like, this is another spec. Now, imagine having this particular guy and having Kelvin. Confusion, ego too much. So that was it for Ify, right? Sydney actually did a fantastic job in this film. I loved his courage for his character. I love, everything about him. He brought in his A game. He was so convincing. He was another eye candy in this film. Guys, he did so well. Very well. We have the character Chika, played by Jenny Frank. Now, Chika is this lady working in Ify's fashion home, and when she saw Kelvin for the first time, like, this girl fell in love with him at first sight. Like, she wanted him to herself, right? And she was a very outspoken person. She tells you her mind, how it is. She doesn't hide anything. I actually love the vibes she brought to this film. She was the distraction in this part too, and I actually love how, she made her character look so real. She's a very natural actress. We have Bayo, played by Paul Ward, and this guy is Kelvin's friend, okay? He's a very good friend of Kelvin, always rooting for Kelvin and Ify, and I just love his vibes in this movie, okay? It didn't really have much. The screen time he had in this film, he was very natural in his acting. It didn't look like this guy was acting. I actually love how, Paul does his things. It was so good. We have Sandra, played by Dara Anibiobi. She's Ify's best friend and Bayo's girlfriend, and she's always rooting for Ify and Kelvin. She was a very good friend, and I love her in this film. We have Kemi. Kemi is played by Mimi Dutse. This is one of the workers for Ify, and she's this very outspoken person. She's loud, she's always forward. Always forward, and she did well as well. And we also have Kelvin's mom. Kelvin's mom is played by Henrietta Akinola. Now, this is the new character I actually love in this film. I love the idea of Kelvin's mom in this movie. She's this lady that has a very good relationship with her son, Kelvin, and you can tell that there is love in the family, there is understanding, there is peace in the family. And with the character, Kelvin's mom, you understand where Kelvin got his love from, how he could give so much love, because there is actually love from where Kelvin is coming from. So guys, everyone in this movie just did it for me. They did absolutely well. What I love about this movie, aside from the storyline and the acting, is the cinematography. Come on, the cinematography was just so clean. I love the music. I love the direction. directing, the editing. Everything was beautiful. And yes, someone made a comment saying, I saw substance in one scene. Substance, I think I saw you in this movie. When I saw the comment, I laughed. I did not believe that some persons will actually recognize me when they see me. Because it was just like a very quick, short, scene for me there. But yes, that was me. For those who actually saw me, that was definitely me. I was one of the models in the scene where Kelvin was taking pictures of some models. I was the first model there, and that was just it for me. I'm actually grateful to the Harmony Police production for such opportunity. So guys, that says about that. If you haven't seen Short and Sweet 2, Sweeter Than Ever, I mean, you definitely need to go watch it. You definitely need to go watch it. You need to recommend the movie. You need to share the movie because it is worth the watch. It is definitely worth the watch. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think about this movie. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.